What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Kristen, for those who are new. For you guys who are returning, y'all know what this video is. It is Saturday. It is time for my weight loss update. Not really an update because there's nothing to update, but this is gonna be a video about my weight loss journey. A lot of you know from my last video, I used to be 286 pounds. Almost 300 pounds. Kind of hard to believe that I got that big, but I actually just weighed myself this morning. I'm 191. I've already hit my threshold though. I've lost my weight. I've had my weight off for about a year and a half. Let's just go ahead and get into this because there's literally so much that I want to talk about. Going from a size 25 jean to a size 12, 13 jean is insane. I feel so good. But I'm also, this video is not for the purpose of bragging or anything like that. A lot of people come and ask, you know, how did you do that? There are so many people you would not believe. Weight is their struggle. There are people who are really, really trying to lose weight. So I went through and I wrote down some notes. Honey, I got my pen because I might think of something. I'm gonna try to make this as informative and not as quick as possible, but I really do want to spend some time with you guys because I know that weight loss, I mean, it's hard. It really is hard. And not everybody is always supportive, and it's really good to have that support system, and I fortunately had that, but there are some people who just don't. I hope that this is a place where you can come and you can feel comfortable, at least with me. Feel free to send me a DM, inbox me, send me a link, leave me a comment. Like Planet Fitness says, this is a no judgment zone. We're friends. Let's talk. To kind of start out, a lot of people ask me, how long did it take? I would say that it probably took about 2 years to lose 100 pounds. And that is, I'm gonna say 2 years just to be nice. When I tell y'all I went hard, I went hard. And I'm gonna import some pictures too. But there are some things that I feel like people don't do. And there are some things that are in their eating routine that they don't do that really has them stagnant. This is just a full disclaimer. I just want to tell you guys that, one, I am not 100% happy with my body. I do not have a perfect body. I don't know why anybody thinks that I have a perfect body. It is not. People hear 100-pound weight loss and they think that you don't have anything left over, and they think that you're supposed to be ready to be on the beach for Sports Illustrated, and that's not how it works. So this is everything that worked for me. I'm not a trainer. I'm not a nutritionist. I can only tell you what I've picked up from those people along the years and tell you what I've learned. There is no timeline. I didn't pressure myself. I did not want to. I feel like that is where people go wrong. They pressure themselves to lose so much weight in so little time. I gotta lose 50 pounds before the summer. I gotta lose 30 pounds before it starts to get hot. I didn't do that. But I love food. So it just really depends on how serious you are. Not that I wasn't serious, but to keep me serious and to keep me motivated, to keep me interested, I could not take away the food that I loved. So I had to be patient with myself. In the beginning, this is not sponsored or anything, but I lost 26 pounds on Weight Watchers. The good thing about Weight Watchers is that it teaches you how to proportion. And that is another big issue with why people can't seem to lose weight. People eat to feel full, and that's not what you're supposed to do. That actually turns into gluttony. You definitely want to eat in moderation, eat in portions, fistful sizes. So just imagine your fist if you're going for that side of mac and cheese. I'm gonna use mac and cheese a lot as an example because that is my shit to this day. I'm surprised I'm not a macaroni noodle sitting here talking to you now. Really, guys, people eat to feel full. You are only supposed to eat until you are satisfied. You're not supposed to eat until you gotta undo that button, until it's hard to swallow, honey, the least bit of spit is adding on to what you have in your stomach. You're not supposed to feel that way. At that point, again, you've gone too far. Between 2012 and 2013 is whenever I started Weight Watchers. I was about 270 pounds at that point, or at least that's what I had lost. Again, my biggest weight was 286, and I had reached 286 twice. Yes, twice. So the first time that I reached 286 or close to 286, maybe 280, somewhere around there, that's whenever I decided to get on Weight Watchers, lost 26 pounds, and I gained that back within maybe about 5-6 months. It was back on me. Weight Watchers is really good for people who don't know how to prepare proportion their meals. So if proportioning is just your problem, if y'all have not noticed by now, I'm really shit. So proportioning is probably not just your only problem. Weight gain, there's a lot of factors that goes into weight gain. It takes you to really sit down and analyze and want to be real with yourself and figure out where my problem areas. Am I not getting enough sleep? Am I eating too late before bed? Which I will be touching on because that is a huge no. And if I'm eating before bed, am I eating too heavy before bed? Like, there are just so many things aside from stress, your situation, your job, all of that stuff goes into this being that you are. And this being tends to put on weight when shit can get out of control. Weight Watchers 2012, 2013, fast forward to 2014, I had put all my weight back on. I literally felt hopeless eating just food all the time. And not just, even if I wasn't eating all the time, it was just those unhealthy habits. Eating and laying down, eating and sitting down, eating and not doing much of anything, eating and no physical activity. Well, honey, you're gonna pick on the pounds with no problem. And before you know it, you will be almost 300 pounds. And I've never had kids. And for me to look at my body at almost 300 pounds, I knew I hadn't had kids, and yet I looked like I had passed 2. Like, literally, I looked like I, through the womb, honey, 2 babies. At some point in time, just kind of wondering, like, how did I get here? How did I get back here? And not to mention, I was in a bad relationship. Whatever your situation may be, whether it be a situation, a job, a relationship, stress, just something going on in your life can really impact your weight. They say hindsight is 20/20. It always is. So looking back at that, if I would have removed myself from that situation, I probably could have saved myself from getting so big, but that wasn't my concern at the time. And most of the time when people gain a substantial amount of weight, their health in themselves are not their main concern. And that's what we need to get on track with doing, right? My dad was 6'2", I believe. My mom, I think she's 5'10", or she's 5'11". My sister sits at 5'9". I'm 5'7", so we're pretty tall people. Your height to weight ratio, I mean, that plays a part too. So I didn't have the excuse of being short and stout. I was just tall and big. All of that just factors in with you're scared to go to the doctor, you're scared to be honest with your doctor. I would hate to step on that scale and the doctor come back and say, you know, well, you could be looking at this, you might want to take a look at your weight, or we need to do something about your weight. It's not a good feeling. Diabetes also runs in my family. Let me see, I was borderline diabetic. It's probably been about 5 years ago now. So to lose 100 pounds and for some of the ailments that you can have in your body to subside, or to at least lessen, it's just a really good feeling to be healthy. And that's overall what I want to try to get you guys to do, is to just be healthy. Think healthy thoughts. I'm not going to tell you to go on a diet. I'm going to tell you to think healthy. I had gotten to my wits end with being as big as I was. Like, I was over it. That was a big turning point in my relationship. I was over my relationship. I had already tried to start getting my eating on track before I left that relationship anyway. It was only kind of a testament to me how much control that I didn't have over my life at that point in time. This is about taking control back, guys. I knew if I could take control over something as small as what I was eating, I could take control over bigger things in my life. If you can say to yourself, I have a problem, I eat too much, if that's your problem, it starts with being honest with yourself. If you can be honest with yourself, that's half the damn battle. Let's be even more honest. What is it that you need from yourself to get ultimately where you want? So just going back to taking control over more than one thing, that's kind of just the introduction to the lifestyle change that's about to happen. You hear people say all the time, well, losing this much weight is a lifestyle change. This is the biggest lifestyle change that you will ever make, and I have not turned back since. Obviously, I lost a lot of weight. You don't want to turn back. Very conscious of what that scale says whenever I choose to step on it. It takes some willpower. We're gonna have to gain some willpower here. We've got to be able to tell ourselves no, and we have to be able to have control over those situations. What if you go to a wedding, or what if you go to an event and there's a buffet filled out? You don't have to pile on the plate. You need to have control in those situations. And like I said, you start taking control over something as little as eating, you start to take control over all aspects of your life, whether it be a bad relationship, whether you're in a shitty job, whether you're just in a shitty situation, period. You're gonna start thinking with yourself and your health in mind first. And as long as that takes precedence over anything else, you're gonna be in really good shape. So how did I do it? This is just what worked for me. I didn't have to give up bacon doing it. I think a balanced breakfast is a few strips of bacon, some eggs, and some fruit, and some oatmeal. Let me go into my notes, honey, because no meal plans and no meal preps. I'm not telling you not to do that. I personally did not do that. Again, think healthy. Always think of what you can substitute. Your burgers, do turkey burgers. Your cheese eggs, egg whites. Your sandwiches, do wheat bread instead of your white bread. Or if you don't want bacon, do turkey bacon. If you don't want pork sausage, do turkey sausage. Like, there are so many substitutes for things at this point in time. It's 2019. It's all about getting fit. It's all about being healthy. You would be amazed that some of the things that you eat now, there are substitutes that taste just as good. You just have to bring yourself to trying them. I started out going to Whole Foods and just wanted to try to test the waters with Whole Foods to see exactly what they had. I'm a huge snacker. So I love chips, crackers, popcorn, just anything that I can kind of snack on. I went to Whole Foods just to start to substitute my snacks. So just start somewhere. Find somewhere to start. Organic food and cooking your meals. Anything that they could have in fast food, you probably do not want. I don't want to backtrack. And I said that I didn't give up bacon, and I did not give up bacon. I did watch my intake because pork is extremely salty. If you're gonna eat pork, or if you're gonna eat something that's really salty, you're gonna have to follow that up with some water. You have to flush some of that salt out. And again, I'm not a trainer, I'm not a nutritionist. I can't go into the science of it because I don't know it. I was just conscious of some of these things. Again, tips and tricks that I picked up over the years of just listening to people, having 2 trainers. I've learned some. And by the way, I did not have a trainer when I got serious and lost all of my weight, my 100 pounds. I did not have a trainer. Fish is your friend. Chicken too. So find you a fish that you really like. Fish is really high in protein and it's a much cleaner meat. Always incorporate your veggies somehow. Now, listen, I hate vegetables. I don't like greens. I don't like green beans. I don't like cabbage. What else don't I partake in? Find you a green. Find you just something green to incorporate. Hit 30 minutes of cardio a day, at least. You are going to have to exercise, okay? I'm gonna tell you that straight up. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm not 100% happy with my body. There are some things on my body that I am just so insecure about. Next Saturday, I'm gonna do a clothing haul video. I'm probably gonna get some of my Fashion Nova fits out and just show you how certain clothes fit on my body post losing weight. I just want to stress exercise because I didn't start out exercising. I lost my first 40 pounds strictly off of changing what I ate. So my point is that I don't know that my body would look any differently had I incorporated exercise first. I just have to throw that out there. I truly feel like that was a mistake that I made in losing my weight. And there's no rule book. Y'all could cash me out for the gym. I'm not doing it. I'm not going. It didn't have anything to do with like the anxiety of everybody around me. I just don't like to sweat. I didn't like the physical activity. That just wasn't my gig. But literally, guys, when I started going to the gym, I ended up loving the gym. I could not stand the treadmill, the bike, and the elliptical. Oh my. The arc trainer is kind of more of an advanced version of an elliptical, but it feels so much better. Try an arc trainer. By the way, don't try it first. Get you some stamina, build you some stuff up first before you try the arc trainer, but try the arc trainer. I love it. I lost my first 40 pounds working at a call center, sitting on my butt for 8 hours a day. It can be done. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I feel like this is #1 where people go wrong. Your body naturally is programmed to eat 3 times a day. You are supposed to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you are skipping any of those meals, do not let it be breakfast. I cannot say that enough. Let me tell you what your body does. And I know everybody doesn't feel hungry when they first get up in the morning. I'm one of those people. I'm not ready to eat when I get up, as soon as I get up every morning. You skip breakfast, your body is going to hold on to the fat that it has because it thinks that you are going to starve it. I'm telling you, eat breakfast. I don't care if it's a small bowl of oatmeal. I don't care if it's a fruit cup. Just something. Your body will start to process as it is supposed to. It will break those foods down and break the fat down along with it. It's just how your body works. Don't skip breakfast, guys. I swear to God, like, don't make me mad. Don't make me come through the camera and start snatching folks up. Eat breakfast. When I was first starting out, I would have a sausage biscuit and a fruit cup with some water. And this is my little call center job, so I'm just gonna kind of use this as like a timeline for my day. Starting to get a little hungry, not too hungry. Listen to your body. Your body will let you know that it's hungry, and it lets you know whenever you're full. Don't say full. I'm gonna say satisfied. If I was just feeling snacky or like I wanted a snack, I would get some Triscuits. Even if you like Cheez-Its or Goldfish, you can have those types of snacks, but you need to get those snack bags. Get those really small snack bags that you send in to lunch with your kid. Don't get the big sandwich bags and fill that bad boy up. Don't do that. Get you a snack bag, proportion it out. That should hold you. Triscuits for crackers, even Sun Chips. Sun Chips are a healthier chip. Again, we're thinking healthy. The call center job that I was at, we had a cafeteria. I know not everybody has that luxury, but I would eat a grilled cheese sandwich and I would have like a side salad. For salad eaters, watch your dressing. Your dressing is your downfall. When that salad gets to the table at the restaurant and they bring you that big cup of dressing, load your fork first and then you dip your fork in the dressing. What anybody ends up doing is they take that whole cup of dressing, drench it in their salad. And that's where the unhealthiness of the salad comes from, is the dressing. So if you, and I don't like vinaigrettes. Vinaigrettes are great, but they're healthier. I just don't care for them. Ranch and Thousand Island are my only two. I don't even want Thousand Island on my salad. So for dinner, I would go home and have fish, broccoli and cheese, and maybe like 2 dinner rolls. And I wasn't big on sweets. I think that actually worked in my favor. If you're big on sweets, the donuts go, the cookies, the cake, you're gonna have to let some of that go. The sugar in that, and especially if you're ever eating things late or if you're ever eating too late, then going to bed and laying on top of that, most unhealthy shit you can do. Telling you that straight up. Water, and lots of it. Try drinking a full glass of water before each meal. I used to do that, and it was really good for suppressing my appetite. It just kind of goes into the effect of eating less but still feeling full. Last page, guys, I'm wrapping it up. Juices, only 100% juices, no juice cocktails. That is all sugar. Eating late, again, is an absolute, don't do that. Do not eat late, guys. Your last meal needs to be at least 3 to 4 hours before you go to sleep. When you wake up in the morning, you should be ready for breakfast. I'm setting you up. If you guys get your late night cravings, which everybody gets, try both cereal. Most cereal is really fibrous. Even if you ate that late night and went to bed, you're gonna shit that off in the morning. So don't feel too guilty about sneaking to the kitchen late night. You just need to sneak to the kitchen for something that's good for you. Here's my closing tips, guys. I feel like I'm going too long. Exercise. Anything that's high pace, that's why I said cardio specifically. You wanna get heart rate, blood pump, sweat, core. Start your little warm up, get your warm up going, get that blood pumping. When you start to sweat, you're ready to do your core. I do not recommend the cold turkey approach, and I don't know if I said that earlier. I would not, if you're serious about doing this, don't go through your refrigerator and just start throwing shit out. That's probably the biggest waste of time. Save yourself the aggravation and frustration. When you're in the grocery store next time, the things that you would usually reach for something healthier. That's just where it started for me. I didn't do a whole bunch of research to get into this. I just knew I wanted to change. If you can get on a healthy track and you can start a healthy lifestyle, the weight will fall in right behind you. It was 2016, and before I knew it, my weight was gone. It's all up here. It's all in your mind. Eventually, you just kind of start making some of those healthier choices subconsciously, and before you know it, you're gonna take off. That's it, guys. That's literally all that I can think of. On my way out, 30-day challenge, no soft drinks, no fast food, implement breakfast. Also, another tip, don't obsess over that scale. Weigh yourself once a week. Your weight is gonna be up and down this entire process. That will give you a fair guideline to where you should be. If you're not losing 5 and 6 and 7 pounds within a week, don't get mad at yourself. These pounds are going to start, them 2, them 3, them 4 pounds, that 1 pound, that adds up. Give yourself some credit. Don't beat yourself up about that scale. I'm telling you right now, you will obsess over it. You'll start unhealthy habits to start getting that scale to say what you want to. I'm not recommending that to you guys. at all whatsoever. Weigh in once a week. That's it for today's video, guys. As always, if you stayed, I appreciate it. If you didn't, I appreciate it, even though you didn't stay, so you wouldn't know how appreciative I am of you. If you're new and this is your first video of mine, subscribe. I'll link my last video because that's got a little about me in there that you can check out. Stay tuned next week's video. Again, I'm gonna be doing kind of a clothing haul just to kind of follow up this weight loss vlog. Just how my clothes fit now. I still kind of battle shopping and how things fit. It's just the reality of it. I really do appreciate you guys spending a little time with me this Saturday, on this good old Saturday. This is the second time that I filmed this video. Again, guys, if you did like this video, I would appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. If you fuck with me, subscribe. I'll be here every Saturday, and until next Saturday, I'll see y'all then.